Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, fucking Game.
Welcome to Game of Thrones Chat, Season 6, Episode 0, Pre-Season Show. I'm Dan, and I am unsullied because I've not read those books by George R. R. Martin. And with me is Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, and I'm double sullied because I've read the book, The Song of Fire and Ice, twice.
And soon it won't matter at all, I think. But it still matters.
Words or wind.
Which is why I am the one who will answer questions about what I think about next season, because Thomas knows a little bit. And we are not going to spoil anything from the books on this show.
Exactly. But of course you need to have watched all of Season 5, otherwise you will be spoiled.
Yes, and if you have watched all of Season 5, I hope you have watched Season 1 to 4 as well, because Season 5 was not as good.
I agree. But now we're going to talk about Season 6 and what we think is going to happen in Season 6. Or actually, I'm going to ask Dan to make predictions.
Yes, and we also want your predictions, so give them to us in the comments.
Yes, feel free to answer any of the questions that I will ask Dan, or make your own completely different predictions about anything.
You can also do that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Game of Thrones Chat.
Alright. So Dan, I want you to do some general predictions, but first I want to ask you some very pointed questions.
I'm ready.
It's not that I'm curious, I just want to know.
Okay.
So, at the end of the season, we saw Daenerys get surrounded by the Dothraki.
Yes.
So do you think that the Dothraki will treat Daenerys as royalty or as a prisoner?
Well, both, in fact. She has a dragon, she has fancy clothing, they remember her being Khal Drogo's wife. So they will treat her like royalty and like someone special. But they will still take her prisoner.
Oh, okay.
To see...
will it take
before they decide what to do with her.
So they will take her and the dragon prisoner? Or maybe just her? Or
yeah, the dragon is hurt, but I think they will take her and leave before the dragon can burn them.
Oh, okay.
Was it her Khalasar or not?
Her Khalasar was pretty much disintegrated after.
Okay, Khal Drogo's, the people that were with Khal Drogo or not? Did we recognize any of those?
I did not recognize anybody of those. So it could be that the remnants of that Khalasar or a completely different Khalasar.
Okay, and the Khalasars are not stable in that they will follow the strong leader. So
yeah,
maybe people don't stay together in one Khalasar, they just move between them, or
yeah. I mean, after Khal Drogo died, I think most of them left with one of the other Dothraki, and then just a handful stayed behind. Maybe like 50 or 100 people stayed behind with Daenerys.
Yes.
So, but I mean, they could get absorbed by another Khalasar, or they could split into several different Khalasars. So it seems like it's kind of fleeting where.
Okay, and this looked pretty big.
Yes, this looks like thousands of people.
So that's my question. That's my answer.
Okay, so how then? Do you think that Daario Naharis and Ser Jorah Mormont will find Daenerys, or will she find them, or both, or neither? Or
I think they will find her.
Okay.
And when they find her, she has already taken control of the Dothraki, because that's what she does, right? She takes control of people.
Ah, okay. So she won't really need rescuing then, because
she will probably rescue them, because they will run into the Dothraki, get captured, and then those Dothraki already obey her. Okay,
yeah, well, that makes sense. So do you think Daario Naharis will be played by a new actor this season, or?
I hope they're sticking to the same actor. He's not a mountain after all.
Yeah. Okay. I would love to see Daario Naharis and Jorah Mormont switch actors.
Oh yes, yeah, that's another version to utterly confuse us. They could switch the actors.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
that would be confusing.
Absolutely. But okay, so back in Meereen then, Tyrion and Grey Worm and Missandei, they're trying to rule Meereen. Do you think they will be able to do that, or will they just have to flee? Or
well, this could play out in two different ways, I think, because we have Varys and Tyrion. They have already proven somewhat capable of being able to handle a big city.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Meereen is too troubled, and that they will have to flee. Mm-hmm. Right into the hands of Daenerys and the Dothraki horde. approaching Meereen.
Okay.
And then Daenerys will take control of Meereen again.
Oh, okay. She will save the day again.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, anything else specific in Meereen you think will happen, or?
I think in the Daenerys plotline there will be a significant moment in this season.
Mm-hmm.
In this season, Daenerys will finally decide to go to Westeros.
Okay, do you think that might be like the last episode that she's like, now I'm ready to go to Westeros?
It could be that way.
Okay.
I hope it happens earlier, but I don't expect her to reach Westeros in this season.
Yeah.
That will probably happen in season 48.
Okay, let's move on to King's Landing there. We saw Queen Cersei return to the Red Keep after her walk of shame.
And after Cersei season.
After Cersei season. So do you think that will Cersei get her sweet revenge on the High Sparrow?
Oh yes. Oh yes, and it will be sweet.
Will it also be brutal?
Yes.
Painful?
Yes.
Okay, will she also get the revenge on the Tyrells?
No, I don't think so. I think the Tyrells will flee and avoid trouble. They will go to High Garden, and they will not be there a lot in this season. I think we won't see much of the Tyrells. Maybe we'll just see them flee.
Oh, okay.
Or that they will sort of plot from High Garden, but I think they will escape the capital.
Okay.
Or they might take the fight to control Tommen, but I think they don't have much chance.
Oh, okay.
Only Cersei can control Tommen.
So
if he can actually, if he will actually do anything.
So last season was Cersei's season, but this sounds like this season will be better for Cersei than last season then.
Yeah, but I don't think Cersei... Last season Cersei was the main character, and this season maybe she won't be as much.
Oh, okay.
And she won't be in such hardships, and you won't feel as much for her as you did in last season.
Yeah. Do you think Jaime will return to King's Landing, or will he go back to Dorne to kill some sand snakes after they kill his niece daughter?
This plot has been so horrible in season 5, so I don't think he will do the obvious thing and turn back. I think that would be the logical thing to do.
Yeah.
That just turn back to the harbor and ask the prince why. Yeah. And find the culprits and sort of continue the deal with the prince. But he will go to King's Landing instead.
Okay.
And he will declare war on Dorne or something like that, and this will also help the Tyrells escape.
So he will kill all of Dorne, just not...
No, I think there will be a war declared on Dorne, which will not play out in this season.
Okay.
And the war will be disrupted by Daenerys' final invasion in next season.
And then he will...
Or in season 8.
And then Jaime will invade Dorne and finally meet Prince Doran, and Doran was like, couldn't you just send a letter? I would have killed the sand snakes for you.
Yes.
And then he will go home.
But that will not happen in season 6. So I think what Jaime will accomplish is that he will come to King's Landing and be involved in things there. And that's it. One feeling I have after all the previous seasons is that 10 episodes are so short that you think all of these things will happen to characters, but there's not time, so...
Yes.
I think neither Jaime nor Cersei will be the focus of this season.
Okay. How about Littlefinger? Will he be in King's Landing, or what will he be up to?
It would be amazing if this is Littlefinger season. Littlefinger will of course be everywhere because he has a TARDIS. But
Doctor Who.
We know where he's headed, right? He was heading to the north.
No one knows. Not even Littlefinger knows.
No. But he gained permission from Cersei to become Warden of the North. Yeah. So he wants to take the North. And I think that will be a big plot in this season. That Littlefinger appears in the North with the Knights of the Whale. Yeah. And he will take care of the Boltons. And take Winterfell. Yeah. And then he will see all these things happening at the Wall. He will learn about the betrayal of the Night's Watch, the Wildling Army.
Oh, okay.
And he will then worm his way into Jon Snow's confidence and become his right-hand man.
This is truly Littlefinger season then, if this is true.
And in order to do that, he of course has to murder Melisandre, which is why Melisandre will die this season.
Oh, okay.
You can't blame me for making general predictions.
We'll come back to that then when we talk about the wall. But I would... Well, do you think anything else would happen in King's Landing?
We will see Frankenmountain kill sparrows.
Oh.
It will be amazing. Those little guys with their clubs and pajamas, they won't have a chance against Frankenmountain.
Yeah. You're right.
I also think that Arya will return to King's Landing as a faceless man, but maybe not in this season.
Oh.
Could happen in this season.
Okay. On a mission or just...
I think I'll get back to that when we
okay.
talk about Arya, but I think I know what will happen to Arya.
Okay.
And then of course Gendry will show up. After
welcome back.
2 seasons of rowing. He will show up and he will see that the city is in a bad shape, the poor are suffering, and he will return to Flea Bottom and help the poor, like the Sparrows did, but without this religious overtone. And then he will become a very popular figure among the poor people of King's Landing.
Oh.
Which will help him when he moves to the Stormlands to claim the Baratheon heritage, because there are no Baratheons left. So he will claim the Baratheon name and rulership over the Stormlands.
Oh, okay. That's Gendry Baratheon.
Yes.
I was going to ask you what else will happen in Dorne, but I think we kind of covered that.
I think we will not see much of Dorne.
Yeah.
Because the Sand Snake got so bad feedback last season, and
yeah, I hated them anyway.
Yeah, I think they will just let Dorne get into a rowboat and disappear for a couple of seasons.
Yeah. Okay, in Bravos we saw Arya deviate from her instructions and get punished for it by getting blinded. And Jack and Hagar showed that he's even more powerful than we thought. So, do you think that Arya will be exiled from the House of Black and White?
I think I finally figured out the Arya Faceless Man plot. And I think this is a step on the road for Arya to truly become a Faceless Man. And or a Faceless Woman. And I think that is what will happen with her. And I don't know how much suffering we will see first. It might be a Theon orgy in suffering. But I think at the end of the season, Arya will truly be no one. And she will actually forget her identity.
Okay, so she will continue her training during this season.
Yeah, I think this is her training. I think this was all part of Jaqen H'ghar's plan.
Oh, so his plan was that she was supposed to deviate from her instructions.
He knew all the way that she needed to go through this to truly eradicate her identity and forget about vengeance, etc. So this is her path to enlightenment.
So she will get her eyesight back.
Yes.
When she has learned her lesson
and finally she will lose her identity.
Oh, okay.
And maybe it will come back later, but at the end of the season she will truly be a faceless man.
Okay, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think I can't see where the faceless man plot is going otherwise.
Yeah. Well, it so far it has felt like she wants to pick up some skills so she can go back to the vengeance plot line.
Yes, but I think that is also something that the faceless man has faced many times before.
Yeah.
That people want to, they know how to handle that. So they turn them into faceless men.
That's a very good point. She can't be the first one to think like that.
No, that has to be a surprise.
Okay, but how about at Winterfell? Stannis was killed after his army was obliterated, and Sansa and Theon escaped by jumping from the walls.
Yes.
How do you feel? How do you think Sansa will feel after her fall? Like, she's dead, or is she okay, or?
I would be very surprised if the opening scene of season 6 was Sandra and Theon with crushed skulls.
But it could happen. But
no, I think. Let me just mention that I'm utterly convinced that Stannis is dead.
Me too.
I know some people are not, but I'm also utterly convinced that Sansa and Theon are fine, and that they will just be a little bit bruised after landing safely in the snow.
Yeah. Okay, so he will. Yeah, Theon will be kind of safe too, but so they will be able to escape then.
Yes, they will be able to escape, and they might meet up with Brian and Pod, and they will hide out somewhere, perhaps in that village where everyone is hiding out.
Yeah.
Until Littlefinger shows up to save the day.
He's the big savior. Yeah.
But Theon might decide to go to the Iron Islands first, before Littlefinger shows up. And then either Sansa ends up with Littlefinger, which sort of makes more sense plot-wise, or she goes with Theon and becomes sort of the...
Salt wife.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I was Theon, I would like to go to the Iron Islands too. And I mean, it would be a great reunion for him. And also he would be able to meet his family.
I think he'll go to the Iron Islands because he hears that his father is dead.
Oh, you think his father will...
Yes, because his father is the last one that was in the Leech Curse that hasn't died yet. So I think he will die even in the first episode. I'm calling it now.
Okay.
And then Theon goes there to claim the kingship of the Iron Islands.
Maybe it would be a good thing for Theon that his father is dead, because, I mean, last time he returned, he's like, oh, what fancy clothes you are wearing. Who did you kill to get those? And I was like, oh, you're lacking a penis. What did you do to the guy who did that? I served as his manservant and then I left.
Yeah, it's definitely best for Theon that his father is dead.
They're not going to throw me a parade anyway, and I guess that's good because he can't find his baton.
Exactly.
Or maybe it is. No, his baton is at Iron Islands. Ramses no sent it there as a gift, I think.
Yeah, I think they burned it.
Okay, that's too bad. That was Theon's favorite toy.
No longer.
Okay, so what else do you think will happen around Winterfell?
Well, Brienne and Pod are the wild card.
Okay, but you think that they will join up with Sansa and Theon?
I think we'll definitely meet Sansa and Theon. And they could go to the Iron Islands, or they could... they don't really care about Littlefinger, do they? And what's Brienne's purpose now? She has killed Stannis. But she still wants to save Sansa and Arya. So she might stay with Sansa and go to the Iron Islands just to save her.
I mean, yeah, she will. She really tried to stay with Arya, and she really tried to stay with Sansa. So she will try to do it again because she has sworn to do so.
Yeah, and I don't really see where Brienne can go in this season unless she goes with Sansa. So okay, that's my call. Brienne is going with Sansa.
Yeah, I see the same thing. Otherwise, it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, yeah, where can she go?
Yes.
Same for Pod. Where can he go unless going with Brienne? So, okay, let's move on to even further north to beyond the wall to Bran.
Oh, that's far north.
Because Bran was absent all of last season. Do you think we will see him again this season?
Oh yes. By the way, I have not seen any trailers. I have tried to avoid being spoiled in any way. I know the name of the first episode, but I will not say it here. So when I'm making these calls, I don't have any information.
Okay, but you just...
In case I would be right, which would surprise me as well.
Okay, but do you think he will be back? And do you think,
yes.
Do you think he will learn how to walk?
Never.
But how will he learn how to fly?
Oh yes.
And what else will he learn?
I think he will learn to be an obnoxious magic brat. He will become like he will become like the guy living under the tree that he met. He will be wise. He will
Bloodraven.
Dreams. He can warg. He will really be the magic element. Magic is getting stronger, and we will see that in Bran. And he will hook up with Jon Snow and Littlefinger and become their Meister, Guru, magic dude.
Okay. But will we finally find out why Hodor keeps saying Hodor all the time?
No.
Never?
No, not this season.
Not this season? Do you think we will ever do that?
Well, that was one of your theories, right? The crazy fan theories.
I would like to see that that someone said yes or no to that. I mean, that's just a theory, so...
Maybe for once I can answer, I don't know.
That's okay too. Yeah, we talked about the Iron Islands. If someone Do you think anything else interesting will happen with the Iron Islands?
I think there will be a lot of the Iron Islands now. We didn't see anything last season, and I think the Iron Islands will be central to this season.
Oh, okay. The last thing that happened at the Wall was that Jon Snow was stabbed by his brothers in the Night's Watch. Do you think he's dead?
Yes.
Okay, do you think Jon Snow will be brought back from the dead?
Yes.
Okay, I think so too, but who will bring him back then? Melisandre, the White Walkers, Ghost, Sam, Tormund, Sir Davos, someone else?
I would be surprised if Sir Davos brought him back.
How about Ghost then?
I think Melisandre will bring him back. We have seen this. The worshippers of the Red God can, of the Lord of Light, can bring people back, and now she will do so as well.
Yeah.
Although she might be a charlatan, she will now see the true power of the Lord of Light and bring back. She will be the vessel that brings back Jon Snow, only to be murdered by Littlefinger shortly thereafter.
Oh, but you think she might be a charlatan?
Yes.
How about the Shadow Babies back in season 2?
That's a good point.
She has some kind of magic power.
Didn't we talk about this on the Crazy Theories? Maybe we didn't. I think she's not a priestess. She's a charlatan priestess, but she has like dark blood magic.
Oh, okay. So she has magic power, but it's of a different god. And
yes, I think maybe Brandon talked about this on the last episode last season when you weren't around.
I listened to that episode, but I don't remember exactly what everybody said in every episode. So, but now
that's my theory.
Now when you mention that, okay. So and he said it on the show, so then we have to.
So and then actually Melisandre will realize that the Lord of Light is true and that she has been masquerading as this priestess and. That was the right thing to do. She will be enlightened for the few episodes she will live until Littlefinger murders her.
Oh, so yeah, that makes sense. That she has to come to some great revelation and then die.
Yes.
But what do you think the wildlings will do when they hear that Jon Snow is dead? Will they rebel or run away or?
Yeah, as I said when he died or when he was stabbed, that was a really, really stupid move by the Night's Watch because Jon Snow was the only one controlling those 5,000 wildlings and one giant who are now inside the walls thanks to Sir Alistair Thorne, who is really bad at long time planning. So the wildlings will attack the wall.
From the inside?
Yes, from the inside, and they almost succeeded when they were like 30 people.
Yeah.
And now there are 5,000, so they will kill the Night's Watch.
No more Night's Watch.
No more Night's Watch, or they will become the Night's Watch under Jon Snow.
Okay.
But the murderers of Jon Snow, they will die.
So then Jon Snow will lead the Night's Watch, but there is no Night's Watch, or the Wild Watch.
Yeah, we are all the Night's Watch.
Oh,
because in the end, everybody has to fight the White Walkers.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds interesting. Do you think something?
Yeah, wait a minute. I had another theory here that after seeing Jon Snow being resurrected, knowing that Jon Snow treated them well, the wildlings will eventually proclaim Jon Snow king beyond the wall, and that he will be their leader, and he will also be the leader of the Night's Watch, the new Night. He will be the High King of the North.
So they will select an other or a White Walker or something as the king of the wildlings. Okay.
Yes.
Let's look forward to that. It's not impossible that this will happen.
I think it's certain.
Do you think something interesting will happen to Sam and Gilly?
No, I think they will do the be gone for a season thing.
Okay, but we'll see them back then in season 7?
Yes, we might get a few traveling scenes, but that seems like filler. He's going to be educated as a maester, and I think he will be back as a maester.
But he was going to
much later.
He was going to Old Town to become a maester.
Yes, that sounds like a really uninteresting plot. So he could very well be gone for a season. It's not like people are not gone for entire seasons in this series.
What else will happen at the wall?
Well, the White Walkers will of course make an appearance in this season as well. And I think it's time for the White Walker assault on the wall. They have been running around for 5 seasons now. We saw Hardhome, and now I think the Night's King will attack the wall. It might even be the season finale that the wall breaks. that the wall falls, and that the White Walkers invade the north.
The wall will literally break, or will it just?
I think the wall will break. I think it will be.
You will cast some spell and they will crush the whole wall, or.
I don't know how it will happen. I hope there will be a good explanation, but I think it would make for an epic ending of the season that
the wall disappears.
The wall breaks.
Yeah, that would be epic.
The wall shatters.
Okay. So, other things that may happen this season. Do you think there will be a wedding this season?
No, I think there will not be a wedding.
Oh, I want to see some dead people.
Yeah, but remember the wedding from last season? No dead people.
At least it was a rape, but...
at least.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, now people will stop listening to this because I'm so horrible. I do not condone rape.
I think they will be very careful with rape this season after what happened last season.
Yeah.
So we might even not see any rapes.
So, name 3 characters you think will die this season, and how will they die, or... Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get this right last season, but this time I will... All 3 people I will name here will die this season. There is no way any of these 3 people will survive season 6 of Game of Thrones.
Okay, that's gutsy move.
If I'm wrong, you should feel free to comment and tell me that I'm an idiot. But I'm not wrong. So the 3 people that will die this season are Sir Alistair Thorne. He will get his comeuppance.
The wildlings?
Yes, the wildlings will kill him, as they will kill Ollie.
Okay.
And
ungrateful little brat.
Yeah, and the hate group on Reddit for Ollie, they will be so happy. So you should go to, sorry for the language, but that's the name of the group, Fuck Ollie on Reddit. And it has, last time I checked, I think they had 5,000 members.
Okay.
And they will be celebrating when Ollie is killed by Thormund.
Oh, okay. And the third one is?
I already mentioned it several times. It's Melisandre. After her enlightenment, she is murdered. Not physically by Littlefinger, but by his machinations.
Oh, okay. Well, how about you name 3 characters you think will survive this season?
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat.
You're gonna repeat?
Yeah, I said that Jon Snow would not die last season, and then I think he died.
Yeah, I think I gave you wrong for that one.
Yes. So now he will.
So you're gonna say him again?
Yes, he will. And he will not die again this season.
That's interesting. You can repeat.
So Jon Snow is dead at the beginning of the season and alive at the end.
Imagine if you get it wrong again.
If he's alive at the beginning of the season and then dies. And of course Daenerys cannot die. I think she's the safest character in the whole series, because killing Daenerys this season would make the 5 earlier seasons so pointless. So even George R. R. Martin couldn't do that.
But is she safe for the whole series, or just
for this season? She might die epically in the final episode.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't think Tyrion will die. Not after he keeps getting the Emmys. Yeah, he's too popular. He is safe.
Yeah, okay. Then I want you to name 3 characters who will make an unexpected comeback this season.
Well, I already named all 3, but they're all comebacks, and a lot of people expect some of them. But so Gendry will return, and
I think that will be unexpected.
Yes, that's unexpected. He will return. Take my word for it. And Jon Snow, of course, will be resurrected.
That is more expected, at least.
Yes, and Bran will come back.
Well, he's long awaited.
Yes.
Okay, so what other expectations do you have of this season?
I expect it to be better than season 5. I think they have learned a lot from season 5, and that they will get it right more this season. That it will work out better this season. This will be a great season.
The problem is though that they have even less book material to go on.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing, because they tried to get 2 books into season 5 and it was just a mess. So now they're more free to get it right.
I'm just afraid that they will have more storylines that are more like cliche when they don't have the books to fall back on. But
I think we'll get short cliche storylines such as Craster's Keep.
Yeah, with Carl Tanner.
Yeah, we'll not get huge cliché lines. And we'll not get anything as catastrophic as Dorne was last season.
Okay. I mean, the Dorne thing was based on a plotline from the books that was... But Jaime and Bronn never went to Dorne, so it's like a hybrid of a cliché and a book story. So
yes. I think they will still get their big plot lines from George R. R. Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So they will be good.
Do you... okay. So
I expect Daenerys to at least decide to go to Westeros.
Mm-hmm.
And set out on the journey. And I think the best I can hope for it is that she gets to the Free Cities.
Mm-hmm.
She crosses the Sea of Grass and gets to the Free Cities.
Or, okay, so then she just has to cross the narrow sea to get to Westeros.
Yeah, so maybe she ends the season staring out at the narrow sea from the Free Cities.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, we can't hope for him to... we can't hope for her to conquer Westeros this season, at least.
No, there is no way that will happen. We know there will be more seasons. Right? I think... Is season 7 even commissioned?
I think that there will be like 8 seasons at least.
Yeah, so we are not even close to the end.
No. And they... I heard some executive, he wanted 10 seasons. But let's hope that there will be a spin-off rather than... I think 10 seasons... Okay, maybe 10 seasons will be okay, but not more than that, at least. I think people want to have a reasonable time span.
Can I predict the very end of Game of Thrones?
Sure.
I think, of course, it will end in a gigantic battle between dragons and White Walkers. And that it will happen in Dorne!
Oh.
And that all of Westeros will have fallen before the White Walkers, and we have the final stand in Dorne.
Oh. Do White Walkers burn?
We will learn that. I'm pretty sure Dragonfire is a great weapon against White Walkers.
So then they will just reconquer all of Westeros starting in Dorne?
I think it will end with the epic battle. And as this is a George R. R. Martin thing, it could end with the White Walkers winning.
Okay.
And Drogon's epic death in the final episode.
Oh. Okay, that's possible.
So
I don't think it went that way, but...
do you have any predictions for this season that are not based on the books?
That are not based on the books? Well,
you must ignore your book knowledge.
This is tricky. I mean,
Do not read books, people.
Some of the plot lines in the TV series have gone beyond the books. Some are behind, and some are right at the same spot. For example, Jon Snow is exactly the same spot in the last book as in the last season. So I can't really tell you what will happen. I just have inklings in certain directions.
I gotta cut in with the story here, sorry.
Okay.
Because I was in the weirdest situation. I was visiting some people in the south of Sweden, and I met a guy who refused to watch the TV series. He had only read the books.
Okay.
So for the first time, I was in the position to spoil things for him. And I was like, I must not mention that Shireen was burned. But I didn't spoil anything for him.
Yeah, but
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so in some of these cases, there's stuff that happens in the books, and I don't know if it will happen later or they will just cut it out completely. But the thing is also that I've read, there's been interviews with George R. R. Martin. They're trying to prod him to say things, and he has said things that are indications of what will happen in the books.
Ooh.
But that doesn't mean that it will happen. He also is very adamant about the fact that the TV series and the books are two different things, and he has 100% of the book, 100% control of the books, but he does not have 100% control of the TV series.
Do you think there is a situation where the series and the books could have different endings?
Yes, it's possible.
Wow, that would be confusing.
It is possible, so it's very hard to predict. But also, I mean, I don't want to predict stuff based on the books because it might happen, and then it's like I'm cheating. But it's so hard for me to separate.
But could you predict something for a plot line that has now gone further than the books? Such as Stannis, I was about to say, but he's dead.
Yeah, that's tricky. Yeah, the Stannis plotline has gone further in the...
Yeah, and it has also ended.
Yeah, I mean, he's still alive in the books. And in the books, I thought that Stannis was going to win that confrontation.
Interesting.
But now I don't know.
Interesting.
Could he win in the books but lose in the TV series?
Then we are truly in two different worlds.
Yeah. So, what else can you predict about the North? Okay, so a lot of it makes sense. Okay, Littlefinger wants to take over the North, and he has the East with him. I'm speechless. I don't have any good suggestions here for predictions because I'm so entangled in all these different things.
Okay, well, that's why I'm making the predictions.
And I'm trying not to spoil anything. What little I have left.
Remember that when you comment on this with your prediction, that do not spoil any book knowledge. I managed to stay clear of book knowledge. I know many of our listeners have. And I've listened to other Game of Thrones podcasts that have managed to spoil stuff from the books. So not all podcasts are as good at not spoiling as we are. I think we are, at least.
Yes, I agree. Although we have, in some instances, gone into that, but specific episodes where we have done spoiler warning before.
So, off to the 24th of April then.
Yep.
And time to watch the first episode. Woohoo! And then we'll have 10 weeks of bliss and 42 weeks of bleak waiting. Like every year.
Yeah.
Well, please give us an iTunes review on iTunes. We really like those. They help us appear higher on the iTunes searches. And
it's easy for you to find us.
Yeah, there are so many Game of Thrones podcasts, and we want somebody to find us. So that
Here
would
we
be
are.
great. Also check out our Facebook page then. And anything else I should mention?
We are also on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Yes, we're on the YouTube channel Hard Nerd Cafe. We've been experimenting with the Hard Nerd Cafe channel this year. So since last season, there's been a lot of other stuff on Hard Nerd Cafe. But Game of Thrones chat is there as well. So check it out. And that's it for today, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, yeah. Game of fucking Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones. There are swords and things doing lightning tricks, and they'll take you out if you try to beat them. They'll kill you and stop you and make you Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones, fucking Game of Thrones. In the lightning they come to take on everyone, and you know it's the Game of fucking Thrones.